Now this house is so quiet, all the big invasive silence. Will I wait here on my own for someone that won't come home? But I feel you all around me, and the wind it whispers to me. Though my heart will break and bend, I know I'll see you again. See you again. little shards of a larger crystal ball, adrift everywhere of it all, just squares and circles. All the thoughts and dreams, feelings that I need here. Sitting by the waterfall, flying with the clouds, crystals dancing in the sun. Colors are falling in my eyes. Time don't exist anymore. Only pictures of light and pictures of darkness. Free like never before. Like a
Hello and welcome to Animal World Live from a sweaty and hot Pridelands private game reserve. Hear me speaking a little bit funny today, and I've got a hole in my head. I was off-roading and a branch jumped up and managed to whack me straight on the head, so I've got a bit of a fat lip and a cut on my head, but we are surviving. Kai, you had a nice drive this afternoon,
Yeah,
didn't you?
beautiful, with the kids. It was my first time being live with the kids on Painted Dogger TV.
Kids' birthday party.
The kids' birthday party was beautiful, and they interacted as if they were like 15-year-olds, but they were just 6.
That's amazing.
Beautiful.
Let's see who's here. Hello, Mary, Judith, Brandy, Gizmo, Becky, Dee, Canadian, Willow, Zephyr, Janice, Robert. Lovely to have you all here. And of course, it's Friday night and it's December, which is wonderful. And as I'm sure most of you already know, that we're doing specials. We're going to be doing lots of drives. It's only $10 per person for a drive. Yep, Zephyr, you really got to watch out for those branches. You can hear my lip is very fat.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make Kaya do most of the talking today.
Beautiful. I've been doing the talking since, 2-3 hours ago, because I was with the kids, and now I'm live on Animal World Live.
Exactly.
So it's so great to be with you this evening. It depends on your area code. It's evening time, morning time, midnight, or maybe early morning. Thank you for taking your time to be with us on Animal World Live.
And then the elephants behind Kaya, they are live currently at Kwenga Waterhole. But before we get too carried away, let's go see what's been happening on the live cams. Yeah, this is HQ Waterhole, right in front of the house. And always great to have the buffalo there. The big herd's been around a bit this week. And we've been hoping that the lions might have an attempt at them, because the lions have been around a lot as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, yesterday they were like not far from the area. They were just
they were
on
very
the
close.
western part of HQ Waterhole.
But unfortunately, they don't. These lions don't seem to like hunting buffalo.
Because since I've been here, they've been smashing and knocking down all these
Wildebeest, zebra, giraffe, but no buffalo. I've seen them try hunt buffalo twice, I think.
Yeah, and Bavu told me that
We just sat there.
we
and
just
waited.
sat there
They
and
just
it was
sat there and looked.
drizzling and you.
Silly lions. Okay, let's see what's next. Oh, where are we now? Oh, a leopard carrying, looks like, is that a baby impala or is that a cub? I think a baby impala. Rosalind, the big herd of buffalo is about 100, 150. What do we think, guys? Carcass. Yeah, it wouldn't be carrying a cub like that.
Yes, it's a carcass.
Yeah, a carcass.
Yeah,
She
because
wouldn't
I've
be
seen
carrying a cub
lots
like
and
that.
lots of impala lambs around
Yeah,
here.
that looks like probably a baby impala. There's been quite a few leopard sightings at this Quenga waterhole over the last couple of weeks. It's really great. And slowly but surely the leopards are becoming more and more habituated in this area. So we are hoping that in the not too distant future, we're going to have a lot better leopard sightings. But it's also great that the lions have been back. I mean, the cats are back, the ellies are back. We went through a period where there were a couple of ellie bulls around and the buffalo, but not like it is now.
The bush
Well,
is
Julie says
pumping.
it looked like a monkey. It had a tail, whatever was
Yeah,
being
that's-
carried. Let's have a look at that leopard one again.
Yeah, because they tend to hunt monkeys and baboons sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, but let's have a look now, a bit closer. Oh,
That's difficult, eh?
yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, but it looks like a monkey or baboon. You can see
yeah, you
there's a
see the
head
tail. Yeah,
and some...
probably a vervet.
And it's not great having these cameras, even if you don't see these leopards as often as possible
I know,
every
we,
day.
we
but
catch
yeah.
up with them. And even interesting enough that they're obviously utilizing this area, not just because of the water, because there's lots of water at the moment. The pans are full, there's a lot of water around, so they don't actually have to come to the water holes. Robert, I'm not sure if it was actually carrying the kill to the water, but probably just carrying it past the water. Okay, let's see what's next. Ah,
Whoa.
the
Culprit.
culprit. That is a large grey mongoose. So they live down in the Cape and the Karoo, and obviously trying to hunt penguins or tried to grab penguin eggs, which is one of the penguin's natural predators in the Cape. Is the mongoose.
And you've seen happening that live, eh? Some months ago.
Yeah, we did. We had a lovely little, we had a penguin egg, and then the mongoose came and ate it, I think like 3 days after we put the camera up. And there is the penguin. And normally, they very, very seldom will actually leave their egg unattended. And the mongooses actually will sometimes try sort of sneak around and try to get the penguin to leave the egg to come try to chase the mongoose.
Wow.
And then they'll dash in.
And looking at these African penguins, Brenty, I was at this place called Paternoster.
Paternoster, yes.
Yeah, it was so, not I can say bad, but heartbreaking seeing those penguins because they said the numbers are declining. Because
They are an endangered species.
we only saw 9 penguins there. They said
really?
like 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago, there used to be like 70, 75 individuals, but we only saw 9.
Yeah, so, I mean, the two main penguin breeding colonies for the African penguin in South Africa is Boulders Beach in Simonstown. And then, now I can't remember the name of the other one. Rocky Point or Stony Point is the other one.
Yeah, but I didn't get a chance and opportunity to see them at Simonstown. I was there. I went there for a shoot, but yeah, they were a bit far from where we were shooting. So
Yeah. And I mean, it's amazing. So this is in a friend of ours' garden.
Wow.
So they actually nest in the gardens. Obviously at Boulders Beach itself, there are nests there that's part of the national park. But a lot of the penguins, there's not enough space for all of them to nest everywhere. So this particular tunnel that they're coming in and out of, there was a nest there, but I think the mongoose might have been the reason why they've sort of maybe moved a bit deeper in. But it's a very nice smelling nest because penguins are not very nice smelling animals. They are quite smelly. But these penguins actually nest under a massive stand of lavender. So it's actually under lavender bushes, that little penguin tunnel we're watching here.
So, Brenty, do you think for them declining in terms of numbers, is it because of less fish or loss of habitat?
Loss of habitat, and more commercial fishing and less fish. But yeah, I'd say loss of habitat, and not even so much the loss of habitat and loss of fish. It's one of the biggest problems they face is animals like domestic cats, domestic dogs. And the biggest threat is actually rats. So rats will actually attack the babies and even go after the eggs. So yeah, rats are one of the biggest problems for penguins. And the problem is that their population is also quite fragmented. So like you say, now there's 9 at Paternoster. For them to grow and whatnot, it's actually quite far for penguins to get to them. The colonies are quite far apart. So there's a lot of sort of issues that the African penguin are facing. Do you remember what their old name was?
No.
It was called a jackass penguin. Because their call sounds like a donkey or a jackass braying.
Yeah, but I think I saw that name before.
But it changed probably about 10 or 15 years ago. Okay, let's see what's next. Lions at Kwenga. Now, this Kwenga is quite close to the Kaseri boundary, and I know there is a big pride of lions that come in from time to time from Kaseri, but this could also be the breakaway of the Ngati pride. Two lionesses and 5 cubs have broken away from the main pride, or it could even just be. Yeah, it's a big girl. It's not Lagatha. So I think it's just one of the, could be one of the Ngatis or Ngati breakaways.
The beautiful lions, eh?
They are absolutely gorgeous lions. And at least with the rain, I see there's 2 now. It's the main pride.
Oh, it's Ngati Pride.
Yeah. Just before it got dark.
Yeah, I was with them yesterday.
But this is now, when was this? The 7th. This is a few days ago.
Yeah, they're moving, eh? Because quite a distance from here. Kwenga, Waterhole.
Yeah, it is. It's about
HQ
probably
Waterhole,
5 Ks, 6 Ks as the crow flies.
Wow.
Here come the cubbies.
They're getting better and better, eh?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The rain has definitely helped get rid of the mange.
Because I remember my first few weeks here, they were like
The cubbies were
very
not
bad.
looking good. They do just keep coming. They're a massive pride. And they've lost a few cubs over the last little while.
But it's so interesting seeing these cubs at this age, actually, because lion cubs and their death rate is shocking.
It is. Well, it's not shocking. I mean, if lions were really successful breeders, there'd be no Impala left.
Wow.
If they didn't die. So depending on the area and stuff like that, lion mortalities can be as high as 80% for cubs, but I'd say in this area we're probably looking at between 60 and 70% for lion mortalities.
And other interesting thing, Brent, is that I was talking to the viewers yesterday morning when I was with this particular pride. So I said, what if there are 5 or 6 individuals who are males who are going to be nomadic in future.
Yeah.
There will be this
There'll
vicious.
be a impressive coalition.
Yeah.
But those big coalitions don't normally stay together too long. So, I mean, even if you look at the Mapocho or the Birminghams or some of the other big coalitions, those males will strike out, but then they'll often split into twos, threes. It's the Ngati Pride. Yes, it is indeed Sue, the same pride that killed that wildebeest a few weeks ago. Exactly. No wonder there have been a breakaway. So I think before the breakaway, there was 9 lionesses. So now there's normally 6 together with 13 cubs. At one stage, there were over 20 cubs in total. Yeah, just so many lions. Absolutely wonderful. Now let's see. It was one of the males. This is 5 minutes later, VM is telling us. Here we go. The lazy. Wow. Here he comes. One of the lazy boys. Not uncommon for the males to be a bit lazy, walking quite slowly at the back. But they are impressive males, these Masangula males. Brandy, mange is caused by a little arachnid called a mite, a sarcoptic mite. It's like and then the next male. So both males were there. A little bit of a limp, nothing serious though. So Dizzy, when they're fully together, there's often 9 adult lionesses, and there were 21 cubs at a stage, but I think currently surviving, it's 13 and 5, so what's that? 17 cubs in total, I think. No, 17 or 16 cubs, the last time I saw them, surviving.
Yeah, because yesterday I had 13.
You had 13 cubs.
13.
Then there's 2 and 5. But I haven't seen the 2 and 5. I don't know if they've still got all 5 cubs.
Yeah, because it's been a while. Only saw them a month ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Mars, I'm not sure how many prides these male lions rule over. We only know them being over the Ngati and the Ngati breakaways, but they could very well be either over other prides further to the north, where we don't actually have a lot of information coming from. What is that? I know. Bird. So yeah, it'll be interesting, but I don't know of any other prides, but they could definitely have other prides to the north, because they do leave the area that we actually get information from quite regularly. Okay, let's have a look what's next.
Whoa.
All the Ellies that the elephants have just been wonderful over the last while.
Yeah, I call them my cousins.
Your cousins. Yes, I suppose your surname does mean elephant.
Yes. And it was with this huge elephant yesterday with Matt. It was about, it was so close.
Big boy.
It was like a bit far away from us. Then it started approaching the car. And it was like a beautiful, beautiful moment and sighting. They're so quiet when walking.
They can come in so quietly. I love the sounds. I really do love the sounds that they make.
And it's so great living in HQ.
Yeah, because we've always got elephants around us, almost every single day.
So, Brenty, how's the population of elephants in the Kruger Park?
Very, very healthy. It depends on who you speak to, but they're probably in the greater Kruger as many as 16,000. Yeah.
Because I've heard that they're doing good, eh?
Yeah, the elephants are doing very, very well. Sure, it is really hot today, guys.
Because 34 was burning outside. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder what is the temperature right now. We'll find out for you. Or we'll look just now. But let's have a look what else has been happening on the camp. So we've had ellies, we've had lions, we've had leopard, grey mongoose, penguins. Of course, hyenas. It wouldn't be an Animal World Live without a stop in at our favorite spot. And everything seems to be a bit more calm at the den at the moment.
Yeah, and I've been there like 2-3 times, but I haven't seen the adults. I only saw
The little ones.
little cubbies. Yeah.
So I mean, I was in Zambia, so I've been away. So I'm actually a bit out of the loop when it comes to these guys.
And worse because I was away for 4 weeks. But I will definitely try, by all means, to catch up with these hyenas.
Yeah. It's great, yeah. I'm looking forward to spending a lot of time at that den. And there's our pet hyena, Howard. Oh. Bugs in my hair. I've got bugs in my hair. Where's that? It was a big beetle. Felt like a big beetle. It's fallen out now. Well, oh, and it's a stink bug. Oh, of course it's a stink bug. Oh, dear. Horrible.
And we have to close all the
Smells
doors
like-
and windows.
Yeah, yeah. It's amazing how many bugs are around at the moment. And for me, I really don't like marzipan. They make wedding cakes out of it. That white stuff. That white sort of, what's it called? Icing. Marzipan icing. And for me, these stink bugs smell like that marzipan taste, and I really don't like it. It's very
This
unpleasant.
thing's so bad, eh?
Yeah.
Whoa.
But that is the end of live cams. So we're going to jump on over to have a look at your photos from the app. Yes. So let's see who's up first. Barbara at Juma. Is that... Which dam is that? Or is that Buffalo's Hook? I'm trying to figure out which dam that is.
Chitwa or Beffelshoek?
I think it could be in Buffalo's Hook, Barbara.
Beffelshoek, eh? Yeah, this is Beffelshoek, I think.
Well, not Buffalo's Hook Dam. I think it's in Buffalo's Hook. I don't think
Yeah.
it's one of the main dams on Juma. Well, Barbara, if you're here, let us know.
Yeah, just look at the population of those buffaloes there.
Yeah. So even in the Sabi Sands, the biggest herd of buffalo I've seen is probably 350, 400. And you go further north in Africa, up into the Okavango and the Zambia and places like that, you can get herds of close on 1,000, even over 1,000.
And it's interesting and so great to see these herds getting bigger and bigger, because remember 2016 there was bad drought, and I was in the Sabi Sands at Londolozi. I was still a student there, and I saw buffaloes dying and
During the drought, yeah.
during drought. So they're
So-
slowly coming back now.
No, they're definitely coming back. Dizzy, indeed, you can send photos from anywhere. You just need to pop it in the app. And yeah, well, let's have a look who's next. But Barbara, wonderful photo. Oh, Mars in Ecuador. What is that?
Are these wasps of some sort?
It is. It looks like maybe a wasp nest, but a massive one. Wow, that's really fascinating. Babs on vacation is here. It was actually for your Teledam.
Whoa.
It didn't look, I don't suppose, maybe it's the angle. It didn't look like it for us. Mars, if you're here, there, I see you here. What is it?
Is it this part? Is it a demo? That
It could be, yeah. Is it flies? Is it wasps? What do you think? I think they're wasps. Do you think wasps?
I think they're wasps.
I think they're wasps. In Ecuador. Oh, I would love to go to South America one of these days. It'd be really, really great to spend some time there. Completely different ecosystem.
It just looks like chocolate.
Whoa! Cookie. One of my favorite spots. Victoria Falls.
Wow.
So there's a spot called the Devil's Armchair, or there's another one called the Angel's Armchair. I can't remember. Anyway, you can actually swim right and look over the waterfall.
Well, I think I saw that there's a guy that takes you there.
Yeah.
Wow.
There we go. Thanks, Mars. Some sort of wasp. They were asleep. It was very cool. Yeah, that does look very, very cool. Yeah. Have you been to Victoria Falls yet?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Bucket list.
Bucket list. It
Yeah,
is.
but,
It's incredibly impressive.
My first bucket list is Gabon.
Gabon.
Yeah, Gabon.
We'll get to Gabon, Kai. Don't you worry. One of these days. And I think that's it for our viewer pictures. So always wonderful. That looked like it was. Was that Zambian side? Zambian side? Zimbabwean side. Zimbabwean side. Zambian side's quite different looking. The mist isn't crazy there. That mist. You don't need a rain jacket even when the sun's up.
Wow.
Because as that water falls over, there's just all the mist comes up from hitting the bottom.
Wow.
Now, over the last little while, obviously we've been talking about the fact that it's Impala lambing season. Well, actually, I think most of them have finished lambing already. There might be a few late lambs, but VM, Charles, and myself were on our way to a meeting, and we were late for our meeting because we were lucky enough to watch an Impala give birth.
And I got so jealous because I was.
Wasn't that absolutely amazing? I mean, to be able to see a birth is always very, very special. And it's amazing how quickly, I mean, that Impala is able to stand up and really start drinking.
Wow.
And I don't know if you noticed as well, mom eating the afterbirth. So to try mask the smell and not leave anything around. But yeah, absolutely wonderful to be able to watch an animal give birth. I saw our first wildebeest baby this weekend.
And I saw one. I think it was in Matty. I saw one here at Impala.
Yeah, that's so. Normally about a month or a couple of weeks, 2 weeks to 3 weeks after you see the first baby impala, you see the first baby wildebeest, and you see the baby warthogs at the same time as the baby impala.
Yes, and we saw these little baby warthogs.
They're piglets.
Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. But I think Impala babies are much cuter compared to
The warthogs.
not
Or
the
the
warthogs,
wildebeest.
the wildebeest. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think some people might disagree with you there, but yeah, the impala babies are incredibly cute. Jason, fortunately not for that baby impala. Mom was very, very, very sort of aware, head on a swivel, looking around, making sure there was nothing in danger. Actually, so it's amazing because, I mean, obviously both the baby and mom are quite vulnerable during birth.
And you can see that area is open.
Yeah, they prefer giving birth in quite open places here because they want to be able to see if there's a predator coming.
Beautiful.
Now, a lot of you will remember. Yes, thank you, Vam. For those of you who still haven't got your Painted Dog TV Christmas swag, Brian's designs are up there. There's a hyena with a Christmas. Oh yeah, I want a hyena with a tie.
I'll definitely go for that one.
And that is one of the Ngati Pride cubs wearing a Christmas hat.
Beautiful.
Merry Catmas. Brian's, you're so funny, Brian. No, I'm joking. But yeah, so there we go. There's some nice Painted Dog TV Christmas swag. What is that there? You see it? Climbing on the wall.
This one.
Yeah, there's a cockroach.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's a cockroach. I thought it was a click beetle for a second. But obviously, it's been a crazy year. We've done some absolutely amazing things this year. We've traveled far from our home here on Pridelands to do some of these crazy things. And probably one of the biggest projects, the two biggest projects this year. One was obviously the cheetah move to Zambia, which was amazing. But I think for us, the elephant, the live elephant capture and their release afterwards, obviously onto the Rietspraat Game Reserve was very, very special. And Brian has been working hard on getting a full, I think it'll be our first ever, Vim, you can correct me if I'm wrong, 1 hour special to go onto YouTube, a full 1 hour movie. And it'll be the first ever full 1 hour Painted Dog movie. And it is the behind the scenes and the story of catching and moving those elephants from Pinda in Zululand all the way here to Hoedspruit. And we do have a little bit of a sneak peek. When is that movie going to be coming out? It's Christmas Day, Vim?
The 26th.
26th, Boxing Day. Boxing Day.
Boxing Day.
At 6 o'clock in the evening on Boxing Day is when the movie will be coming out. But let's have a look at the little promo that the guys have put together.
Good morning from South Africa.
So we need to make a decision how we're going to do this. So there we go. Now, a lot of you will I've heard of Pinda, obviously, but you obviously know what Pinda means. Pinda means to return. And it was the original name that my dad and them gave Pinda. The full name was actually Pinda Yelizalwane, the return of the animals.
Yeah,
That's Pinda's full name, is Pinda Yelizalwane, the return of the wild animals. So it's quite now, especially for my family, it's full circle. So my dad and them took those, they were one of the first people in the world to move out of adult elephants in the 1990s. To Pinda. And Thornybush and Pinda were the first two reserves to take adult elephants. Before they would only move teenagers. They said it was impossible, they're too big, too this, and they managed to do it. So it's now, that would have been 1990. Now what would it be, 21 years later? Huh? 31 years later. That the elephants have come full circle, that my dad managed to go get elephants for the reserve he lives on now, from the place that they brought elephants to 31 years ago.
And it's so interesting because I was working at the Eastern Cape at Samara. So we had, there were two big bulls there. They were also from Pinda.
Yeah. And I mean, we don't know for sure, but it's even possible that one of the elephants that we moved could have been one of the elephants that were moved 31 years ago.
Yeah.
One of the big cows.
Yeah, because their lifespan is...
55, 60 years old. Cows live a little bit longer than the bulls. But we are really, really excited to be able to be sharing that with you. It's going to be absolutely incredible. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to all these incredible things because I remember the live elephant collaring. I was there.
Yeah.
I saw, whoa.
Yeah, it's going to be flipping amazing. Wow. I'm excited. I hope you guys are as excited as us. There we go, Barbara, thank you. The movie's going to be a great Christmas present.
Definitely.
Sue can't wait to see it. Thanks, Babs. I hope it's going to be good. Actually, I know it's going to be good, Becky. And it's quite something new for us. I mean, we don't often, unless we're live, put out 1 hour videos. Brian's been working really hard. And it's a lot of work, eh? It's a huge amount of work to be able to put together an hour show.
Sure, definitely.
Yeah, so very, very exciting stuff. There we go. Thanks, Dad. So going to be very, very, very exciting. We're very excited about that. But obviously, we've got a live drives. Vim, how many live drives are we doing this week?
Whoa, almost every day.
Every day. Every single day. $10 per person. December special. Every day this week into the weekend. We will have live drives available. And you can obviously just book that by going and emailing info@paintedDog.tv. And that'll get everything for you. Yeah.
It's a proper special, though.
It's a proper special.
Proper.
Every single day till next year.
$10.
$10 a person, drives every day. And Vem says $20 for a Zoom drive. So $10 are for the non-Zoom drives, $20 for Zoom drives. Obviously, that's the special. And we very much look forward to having you on the game drives with us.
Yes, for sure.
And there will also be some free-to-airs during the week, but just keep a lookout on our social medias. There will be free drives as well as the live drives, but there's going to be live drives going out every day this week.
And what I will say to the viewers, the bush is pumping.
Sorry, Vim? Oh, and of course, for the rest of December, there will be weekly Animal World lives. So every Sunday night, we will be having an Animal World live till next year. So very, very exciting stuff. For those of you who haven't downloaded the Painted Dog TV app, that's the best way to keep up to date with us. All the information is there, but other than that, keep a look on our socials on Instagram and on Facebook. And of course, big thank yous to Rogue and Lead Lenser and Leadwood Big Game Estate, Pridelands, where we're sitting right now, and Eco Training, and obviously to our live cam curators and our viewers who are with us and stick with us. And we're so lucky to have such wonderful viewers.
Beautiful.
What was that? Sorry, Vim?
And we're looking for more.
Vim says we are looking for more live cam curators. So if you want to be a live camera creator, curator, which means that you will have access into the back end and you can watch and choose the clips that get played on Animal World Live or we'll put in our socials from the live clams. Email info@paintedogtv and Bavu and Charles will help you become a live cam curator. And then we are still working on the new subscription model. Charles, that should be out. We're not exactly sure yet, but probably January, the new subscription model will change. And there's going to be some very exciting things in that. And it's definitely, I think, the way forward. But yeah, it's going to be wonderful.
Can't wait.
Thanks, Becky. D, I'm not able to confirm who the sub-adult was who got put to sleep. I think it was it Mello?
I think, but
we think it was Mello. We don't actually have any proper photographs of it.
Because I haven't seen Mello, and I haven't seen the sexual photos of that hyena that was put down.
Yeah, so we don't actually have any good photos of it. We do have some footage of it though, that we'll have to go back and through. We're not sure. Very sad. Now, let's actually talk about that quickly. There were quite a lot of questions about it. Yeah. Why are we interfering with that hyena so basically what happened during the matriarchal turmoil that's happening with the Pridelands clan over the last little while, there were quite a few cubs injured and killed, and this particular one actually had its foot almost chewed off during an altercation. Normally, it would have been left, but it was actually inside the eco-training camp amongst people constantly, and I mean, it wouldn't even run away. When we went to try and assess the viewing, we could stand this far from this hyena. Wow. And it was hiding next to the little generator shack, like next to where they keep the fuel for the generator, and that is the reason why it was decided that the animal should be put down. Now, in the past, hyenas have survived on 3 legs, on 2 legs even, but the problem is that this young hyena was hanging out in the camp, and it could have very possibly caused a threat to a human being, even though it was a sub-adult. It was desperate, it was injured, and there were people, students, etc. in the camp, so that was the way to do it. Now, yeah, it's very, very sad, but it was what had to have happened.
Yeah, and it's not easy to keep up with these hyena individuals because
they're busy at the moment.
Here we are the only one who are following these hyenas and giving them names and like giving them characters.
I know a lot of people, the game drives and stuff, visit the hyena den, but I don't think they definitely don't follow the social dynamics as closely as we do. Yeah, so it's really, really interesting. And I mean, Julie knows a lot about our hyenas.
Definitely.
Julie knows a lot about the hyenas. Exactly, Judy. It was really not in a good way. Even when it was darted, it barely moved. It was very, very, very unwell. There we go, hyena boy. Based on the process of elimination, I'd say it was Mello. We could eliminate Sparky because he was killed before. And Inzala, Butsu, and Daga have been seen since then. So unfortunately Mello, and I know how much we all love Mello and Sparky, but exactly, hyena boy, another risk, an injured hyena, lions, whatnot in camp. It just was the
because its scent would have attracted bigger predators like lions.
Oh, is this live right now? Yeah, that's live right now. Yeah, so the hyenas are there. That's live right now. Catherine, the yellow and green sign behind us here says Rogue, the original Rogue, outdoor gear. They are the people who keep us with shoes and hats and bags and stuff. And they're sort of one of our we're very, very proud to be associated with Rogue, one of the oldest felly companies and outdoor gear in South Africa. Brandy, and I follow Mololo Rehabilitation Center. I know some injured animals are brought there. When does someone say that it can be taken there and to get better for re-release again? Okay, excellent question. Why didn't we take it to a rehabilitation center? Now, firstly, it's a wild animal.
Yes.
And the extent of the injuries would have been in a rehabilitation center for an extended period. So whether it would have been released again from the rehabilitation center is difficult to say. And if the injuries were that bad, now you got to understand, especially with hyenas, they've got such a complex social system. Now, you now take this individual away for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months while it recovers. The ongoing work that would have had to be done on the animal. So changing bandages, dressings, dartings, it would have carried on and on. It would have been very labor intensive as well. So that would not have really been viable from a long-term thing. But the main thing is that that animal would probably never been able to be released into the wild. Because if you take that animal away for 6 months and now you put it back here on Pridelands with the social hierarchy and structure, they would it probably just would have been attacked again.
Straight away.
Yeah, so that's probably the best explanation I can give you there, Brandy. Alex, how close are the cams to the camp? Well, it depends. Some of the cams are right here, in front of our place here. But the Hyena Den to the eco-training camp's probably about 1.5 kilometers.
Yeah, something like that.
About a kilometer, maybe even a little bit. Hyena boy, I haven't, as I said, I haven't been around. I was in Zambia and then only came back on Monday, or no, Tuesday, sorry.
And I haven't seen Robin, eh?
You haven't
I
seen
haven't
Robin?
seen Robin. I haven't seen Halftail. I haven't seen Smile N. But I've
I'm
seen
sure
that
they're
they're
around.
cubs. But they are around, because if those cubs are still there and surviving, it simply means they do come to the den site. And
we just haven't been there when they're there.
Yeah.
On the vehicles. Thank you, Regula. No problem, Barbara. Yeah, I mean, it's a discussion that was had with the vets, with the warden, about whether it should be. But yeah, I mean, it was a pretty catastrophic injury, and it was already really infected. So
it's not an easy decision.
No, it's
to
not.
make. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, let's have a look. I think we've got through everything, Kaya. Well done.
Wow.
Have we got through everything? We have indeed. So it's been absolutely great. As I said, what are the things to remember? Weekly Animal World lives, live drives every day. Keep a lookout for the free-to-air drives on social media. We are absolutely ecstatic to be spending December with you, our Painted Dog Pack, and we can't wait to do it all again tomorrow with you. But and also remember the movie coming out Boxing Day, 6 p.m. Central African time. Pinda and Glove. Return of the Elephants. So very, very exciting times. Obviously, Kaya just likes saying Ndlovu because it's his surname. So again, and thank you to everyone. Thank you to all our sponsors, to Rogue, Ledlenser, Eco Training, Pridelands, Quenga, the Sternbach family. Who am I forgetting, Kaya?
Live camera curators.
Thank you, live camera curators, and of course to all of our wonderful Painted Dog TV crew. And hopefully we'll be seeing some of you on live drive tomorrow morning. But for now, good night.
my love, how are you? Did your broken part say I do by the house we left, falling asleep in a car on a one-way? Now we're both crying now, every brick we stacked falling down in a place I loved, bleeding it out through the heart. Let's die somewhere we would start. What you take to make me laugh is a time and place I can't get back in an hourglass. I cannot turn upside down. Flashes of lightning paint the sky and burn it out. In the bulrushes, no basket found, and the place I've gone sang itself out like a song. Well, don't look at me like I'm wrong. Don't look at me like I'm wrong. I would fight for you if I could win. I would die for you and live in sin in a place I loved, bleeding it out through the heart, dying somewhere we will start.